My name is Jared James. If you aren't familiar with me, I'm best known as an entrepreneur that gets the unique opportunity to coach and train agents and brokers in the real estate world and speak at conferences in front of thousands of people. But it wasn't always that way for me. What separates me from so many others is that I've actually done everything that I want you to be able to do. For that reason, this is the place to come if you want to learn the strategies needed to succeed in today's marketplace. This is the Jared James Today Show.
Hey everyone, Jared James here, and welcome to episode 17 of the Jared James Today Show. As always, thank you so much for watching, all the ones that you're watching, all the views that have piled up. If you enjoy this one, make sure you subscribe on my YouTube channel. Even if you don't, subscribe anyway, it's free. Hit like, leave a comment. We'll talk about that a little bit at the end. But today, what I want to talk about is something that you're actually taking part in right now, which is getting over your fear of video. You know, I get the opportunity to go all over the place and talk to salespeople and real estate people and all these people about ways to grow their business, ways to create new business, ways to connect with their clients, a lot of these different things. And one of the most common things I see today is that video is something, although it's extremely important and it's something that can be an extreme differentiating factor, everyone's avoiding it. And so I want to talk a little bit about why that is, because if you're watching this, you're probably one of those people who knows that video is important, but you also know that you avoid it, okay? So why does video matter? Video matters because, look, email still matters, text messages still matter, all these things still matter. But what I know is that if I grab two phones right now and I show you a text message from my phone, a text message from her phone, an email from her phone, an email from her phone, the font all looks the same. There's no differentiating factor there. So when you're responding to leads, you're responding to clients, you're responding to, and they see something come through that looks just like something that's come through 300 other times that day, there's no differentiating factor. And so one way that you differentiate yourself is, ding, 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 this right here, them actually seeing you. Hearing your voice reflection, seeing you, because when you see a person, you create a story. When someone sees, it is much easier to turn down, to deny, to whatever, an email that comes through, a text message that comes through. It is very difficult to deny or put down or disregard a face, to disregard a person. And that's what video does for you when used with all the other things. Like I said, email matters, text matters, but video matters too. And the reason why we're really harping on that is because video is the one that so many of you are avoiding. So why are you avoiding it? We can go through a lot of different reasons, but let's talk about why you really avoid video, which is that you, like me, like almost everybody else, don't like what you look and sound like. You don't like watching yourself back. You don't like hearing yourself. You don't like, but here's what I want to tell you. You guys ready for like a good Oprah moment? You guys ready to do this right now? Everybody knows what you look and sound like. Like the highest definition is this right, like the people in this room that can see me, this is as high definition as it gets right here. And yet I don't walk around every day with a bag over my head because I don't like what I look and sound like. I just kind of accept the fact that in this world we interact with people and this is the highest definition there is, and people see me and people hear me and I am who I am. And there's this crazy thing that happens once we start getting into video, which now scales you. It puts you in multiple places at once and it still feels like you're there and it still connects with people and and all of a sudden now, because we can play back and because we can see it ourselves, because we don't see ourselves in everyday life, we don't hear ourselves in everyday life, now that that happens, we go, I can't do that. I've got to avoid that. But here's why that's great for you. Because everyone else around you is doing the exact same thing. And so while there's this thing that can so separate you and so connect you with people and so engage, while everyone else is avoiding doing it, you have an opportunity to jump forward and say, I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay? What do you think happened here? Go look at the views on our YouTube channel. Go look at the size of the company. Go look at all these things that happened once we started getting serious about video, because just like I'm asking you to do it with your clients, with your leads, this is what's connected me to you. This is why I go to events all over the place and you come up, like just happened last week, every other person. I usually only see you on my phone. And there was this excitement, this thing going on, because video has that power. But here's something I want you to remember forevermore in regards to this video thing that I think is going to be a breakthrough for some of you. The issue with so many of you, and the reason why you're having an issue doing video, is because you're going for perfect. You're doing a million different takes. You're trying to put filters on everything and make it look perfect and make it look, but here's what I want to tell you. Perfection was never the goal. Connection is the goal, okay? Perfection is not the goal. Connection is the goal. And people, your clients, your leads, your whoever it may be, do not connect with perfect people. Is that not true? You don't connect with perfect people. I don't connect with. So while we're making this effort to try to be perfect, we are in essence creating a situation where nobody engages with us, where nobody connects with us, where no one has long-lasting relationships with us. I use this stat all the time. NAR came out and said that 89% of all buyers and sellers said that they would work with you again at the time of the closing, and only 11% of them do. They obviously aren't feeling that connected, that engaged, that when I connect to someone's story, when I connect to someone's imperfection, when I connect to, I won't leave them, and neither will you. You know, last year, we had our annual advance where we get together once a year and we get all our students in, or a lot of our students in, and we do a 2-day conference, a summit type of thing. And at one point I walked out into the main area there and I started doing pictures with people and selfies with people. And this one girl came over and we were literally up to like 22 retakes of a picture. And after about 22 takes, and I know it's 22 because I counted. I mean, after about 6, you got to do something to just keep yourself interested. And I'm like, what is going on right now? So after 22 takes, I looked at her and I said, that's what you look like. Like, if after 22 takes, you're still doing more takes, we have a disconnect between what you think you look like and what you actually look like. And the sad thing of it all was that she was actually a good-looking young girl. And she was contorting herself in every different way, and her lips were doing things, and she was like, it was like snake-like, the way she was positioning herself to try to look perfect for this picture, and yet people don't connect with perfect people. The goal is not perfection, the goal is connection. This is true also not just in video, but in social, right? Like I talk to real estate people all the time who are scared to death to put up a picture on their Facebook or their Snapchat or their Instagram or whatever because they're holding a glass of wine. And I'm like, look, chances are the people looking at that picture are also drinking a glass of wine. Like, if you deal with mothers in general, they probably drink wine. Like, that's just been my experience from going out all over the place. Not everybody, but that's kind of how it works. Perfection is not the goal. It's the reason why I have no problem putting up pictures of or videos of different business ideas and knowledge and tips and whatever, and then on a Friday night on my Snapchat or Instagram stories, putting up a picture of an IPA out with the guys, because I'm not trying to be perfect. You see, good marketing, which many times is done through video, good marketing is not what most people always thought it was. We always think of good marketing as something that pulls everybody to us. How many leads can we pull in? How many people can we get to us? How do we make everybody like us? How do we get as many opportunities as possible? And yet good marketing does not just bring in a lot of people or bring the good people in. The other job of good marketing is to repel the wrong people. Okay? Good marketing doesn't just bring the right people to you, it repels the wrong people. And that is the mistake so many of us have been making in our businesses for years, is that we are so busy trying to get everyone in our circle because they might close, they might buy something, they might actually sell, that we're getting 2 or 3 clients at a time that are just blood-sucking, time-sucking, energy-sucking vampires who ruin our business lives, take up 80% of our time, drive us insane because they might close. And my question is, what could you have been doing better with that time if you had understood marketing? Good marketing not only brings the right people in, but repels the wrong ones. That's what video does for you. You know, when you're making your monthly, when the stats come out in your ear and you're making your monthly videos on what's going on in the marketplace and what that means to sellers and what that means to buyers, and you're actually using your personality, here's the good thing. The good thing is that a lot of people are going to see that personality and go, oh, I relate to that. That's somebody I want to work with. That's somebody. Here's the bad thing. A lot of people are going to see that and go, I don't want to work with that person. But here's the crazy thing. That bad thing is actually a good thing. okay? And so while we're acting normal and we're just trying to be, Ben Stein from the Wonder Years and getting on video and, today we're going to do, sounding like we're reading a ransom note rather than actually educating a consumer and completely getting rid of our personalities overall, what happens is we're drawing the wrong people, okay? And so just like you, there are many people who watch me and they go, I can't stand that guy, I'm done with him. Bye, right? But those of you that watch me and are fully bought in, you're like, I love that personality, I can relate to him, I can whatever, that's because you're getting the true me. And so I'd rather pull many of you to me because it makes my life a lot easier, that I don't have to act like something else, I can just be who I am. And you want to be in that exact same category, but that happens no easier way than starting to use video, starting to use tools like BombBomb to respond to people, starting to shoot those Facebook Lives. And what's great about them is that you don't get a retake. Shoot them off your business page, promote them out to an area so all the homeowners see them, so they start seeing you on a regular basis and get comfortable with the idea that this is the same engagement that I have when I'm having a personal conversation. The only difference is that there's a record button on. Here's what I know about the real world. We don't get do-overs, meaning that we don't get to I don't get to walk up to someone and go, hi, my name is, hold on, reset. Hi, my name is Jared. I don't get to do that. And in a video sense, you shouldn't get that opportunity either. I say this all the time. With the number of episodes we've shot on here, I've never done a reshoot. I've never went to a second take because I always tell them perfection is not the goal. It's not what we're after right now. It's not what we're trying to do. And it's the same with, we had one where the lights literally went out on us, okay? Lights went out, show was still being, and I just kept going. It was like, all right, that's fine. That's, perfection's not the goal. You don't get do-overs, so you don't want that to happen. The other thing that I know is that in the real world, nobody cares if we like it or not. Meaning, you may not like right now how powerful video is. You may not like how connected the world is becoming. You may not like the fact that you've got to do these things that make you uncomfortable. But consumer behavior is just consumer behavior. What works is just what works. Blockbuster didn't like it that people stopped going to stores. Borders didn't like it that they stopped going to they didn't like it, but it was consumer behavior. And so all that matters is how we react to how consumers are actually behaving to make sure, if we truly are the best option for clients, that we put ourselves in positions to continue to work with them. And the more you're not doing video and not doing, someone else is getting that opportunity in front of you, and you don't want that to happen, okay? Here's what else I know. Nobody starts as an expert. I want you to remember that. Nobody starts as an expert. That is extremely important because sometimes you'll watch me or you'll watch someone else who does this all the time, and until it's at that level, you won't do a video. You won't put yourself out there. And yet, nobody starts as an expert. Hours and hours and many. If you ever saw my first video ever on YouTube, by the way, it's not even available on YouTube. I listed it as unlisted because it's so freaking embarrassing. Like, I literally went and watched it before our last advance, and I had these intentions. I'm like, I'm going to show this video to everybody to make them feel good, and I'm going to just show them how bad it was, and I'm going to. And then I watched the video, and I realized just how insecure I was because I'm like, I cannot show this to people. It was terrible. I literally started out the video, and I did one of those start the video and looked over like I was surprised. I started the video and then I went, oh, hello there, as if I didn't know there was a, and then I went on to tell the people for this training that I was putting on that hurry up and register because there's only 1,000 spots and there's like 17 views on the video. I mean, crazy. Nobody starts as an expert, okay? We all have to get there over time. We start in a certain place, but my advice to you would be to start, okay? Because where you start is not where you finish, but you've got to start at some point, okay? I want you to do me a favor. If you've watched this and it's kind of gotten you to say, okay, you know what? I need to do this. This is something I know that I've needed to, but now I've seen this and it's kind of pushed me forward to say this is what I'm gonna do. I want you in the comments below here on YouTube, just write yes. Let me know that's happened. That encourages me. Make sure you give this a thumbs up. Subscribe while you're on here. Share it with all your friends. That's super helpful to us, okay? And as I say all the time, guys, go to connectwithjared.com. Connect on all the platforms you're on. I do different things on different ones. Send me a question. Say a hello. Send me a hello. I always write back and respond and answer your questions or say hello back or whatever it happens to be. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, make sure you share this, guys. Till next time, have a great one. Talk to you soon. Hey Hey there, you, and I am talking to you in particular, person that made it to the end of my video. It means the world to me. But if you made it to the end, I'm hoping that you'll take a second and subscribe right here. Make sure you share that with all your friends, by the way. They're in real estate, sales, entrepreneurial, whatever it happens to be. By the way, if you're looking for a speaker for your upcoming event, click right here to get some more information. And as usual, if you have a question you want me to personally respond, just connect on social. You can click right over here and see all the platforms I'm on. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a great one.